There was a time when the name Lil Wayne didn't just ring bells in hip-hop, it was the bell. Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., known worldwide as Lil Wayne, was a cultural force. With his raspy voice, poetic punchlines, and unmatched output, he once stood on the mountaintop of rap. And yet, fast forward to 2025 and something feels off. Something changed. But now, a chilling question echoes through the culture. Why has hip-hop switched up on Lil Wayne? It wasn't supposed to be like this. For decades, Lil Wayne carried hip-hop on his back. With mixtapes like Dedication, No Ceilings, and albums like The Carter of Album 3 and The Carter of 4, he was untouchable. Selling millions, topping charts, breaking barriers. He wasn't just a rapper, he was the rapper. But somewhere along the journey, the tides began to shift. The Carter legacy, a throne built on mixtapes, metaphors, and mayhem. Lil Wayne wasn't just a rapper, he was the rapper. In a genre overflowing with talent, trends, and flash-in-the-pan fame, Wayne carved out a permanent throne built on sheer lyrical mastery, unrelenting work ethic, and a legacy defined by mixtapes, metaphors, and mayhem. The Carter series became more than a body of work, it was a cultural cornerstone. The Carter I introduced a sharper, more mature Wayne. The Carter of 2 was a lyrical masterclass. The Carter of 3, a once-in-a-generation explosion, selling nearly 4 million units in 2008 alone. By the time The Carter of 4 dropped in 2011 and raked in another 2.3 million, Wayne had not only cemented his legacy, but etched his name into the foundation of hip-hop itself. And this wasn't just album-driven. Mixtapes like Drought 3, No Ceilings, and Dedication were Wayne at his rawest and most brilliant. He was spitting bars that rappers today still study. His metaphors, flow, punchlines, and sheer audacity made him untouchable. At his peak, there was nobody like him. So when the Carter VI was announced, anticipation soared. Fans old and new expected a return to form. Instead, they got heartbreak. The Carter VI, the fall of a giant. When the Carter VI finally dropped, the excitement morphed into disappointment. While the album debuted at number 2 on Billboard and was expected to sell 110,000 units in its first week, numbers don't always tell the whole story. The real story was on Twitter, in fan forums, in YouTube reactions. The verdict: Wayne didn't just miss, he flopped. Critics didn't hold back. Reviews called the production lazy and uninspired. The feature list? Underwhelming. Tracks like Elephant Song sparked disbelief. What is this beat, dog? Became the meme of the moment. Twitter flooded with jokes and head-shaking disbelief. It got so bad, the Carter of 4 re-entered the Billboard 200 as fans sought comfort in better days. Lines like "I don't smoke bunk, I only smoke the strong splash eyes tight like my name one ding ding dong" weren't just awkward, they became online punching bags. How could the man who gave us a Millie 6'7" and Mr. Carter now drop lines that sounded like parodies? Some said he was trolling. Others wondered if Wayne had become disconnected from the pulse of modern rap. Even longtime fans admitted they struggled to finish the album. The bars felt rushed, the hooks uninspired, and the energy, once his trademark, was alarmingly absent. It wasn't just a bad album. It felt like a betrayal of everything the Carter series stood for. Wayne's public frustration. A Super Bowl fallout, but it wasn't just the music. Wayne's public persona took a hit too. When Kendrick Lamar was selected to headline the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show in New Orleans, Wayne's own hometown, something inside him cracked. On Instagram, he posted cryptic messages about betrayal, disappointment, and feeling disrespected. In a follow-up video, Wayne was emotional. He said it hurt, that he had mentally prepared himself for a moment that never came.
The day we recorded that verse, I'm in the studio with Wayne. Wayne was at Hit Factory. He had like the one upstairs, his own little corner. You know what I'm saying? That was his own vibe. Yeah. But the thing is that he recorded that verse. I was in the studio. He was smoking like he's smoking now. The only difference is he was rapping, smoking, rapping, and he did like 30 records in my face. No, wrong. He did like 30, and 30 records that you hear on the radio right now.
Yeah, without a doubt. Not just doing shit to be doing it. Yeah.
No. Like, get into this. Like, 30 records, I'm like, he gotta be tired.
At Wheezy Fest, he doubled down. He told fans that the moment had been ripped away from him, that he worked for this, deserved it, and it was unfair. But fans began to push back. Some asked, was it ever yours to begin with? Others brought up a troubling trend in Wayne's recent history, walking off stages mid-performance, delivering lackluster shows, or even canceling concerts when fans didn't respond how he wanted. In 2023, after only 30 minutes into a show, Wayne let his artists perform. When the crowd didn't engage, he came back, ranted, and abruptly canceled the show. "We ain't about to be bending over backwards for these folks," he said. That memory lingered in the minds of fans and industry insiders. And when Wayne started claiming the Super Bowl stage was his, many felt it rang hollow. What should have been a moment of unity between an icon and his city became a public unraveling. Instead of support, Wayne faced skepticism and silence from the industry. Even longtime collaborators remained quiet.
Look at me, like that's honestly an honor for you to say some shit like that. I'm giving that, like it is that. So it's just like, what can I say? Like, what can I say about that? Like, it's look at me, bro. Just look at me and what you see. I learned Lil Wayne. I wanted to be Lil Wayne. I would talk, when I was younger, girls would say I looked like Lil Wayne, so I would run with that. And I would wear the fedoras and I would wear the tight polo tees with the skinnies and wear the Vans and shit. Back then, I ordered a fake piercing off of Amazon and I had it right here. And I used to wear it every day like I was Lil Wayne.
More happy than the fans, I believe. You feel me?
Yeah. So was it a call from Wayne? Like, what brought it all back?
Call from Wayne.
What was that like?
Call from Wayne. It was like, me? You calling me? You feel me? It was like a God answered prayer, you know what I'm saying? You know, just to get that right energy to finally come, you know what I'm saying? Weezy, you know, he is God.
It was the first time in a long time that fans questioned not just his music, but his mindset. His emotional honesty was real, but it clashed with a legacy built on swagger and confidence. And in that moment, it wasn't just the spotlight he lost, it was a piece of his mystique. A growing rift with Kendrick Lamar. Tensions escalated as fans started comparing Wayne and Kendrick. What made this sting was that Kendrick had always been an open admirer of Wayne. He cited the Carter Run the Three as a major influence. He studied Wayne's cadence and creativity. Wayne was his hero. So when Kendrick dropped bars in whacked out murals like, "Used to bump the Carter 3, I held my rolly chain proud / irony. I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down," it hit differently. He was saying, I made it, but maybe I made my idols resent me. And then came the second jab. Win the Super Bowl and Nas the only one congratulate me, all these people agitated, I'm just glad they showing their faces. It felt like Kendrick was speaking directly to Wayne. When Wayne later claimed he hadn't even watched the Super Bowl performance, saying he was off playing pool, it rubbed people the wrong way. You can't call it your stolen moment if you didn't even bother to watch it. Fans began to wonder if Wayne's resentment was less about Kendrick and more about his own fading spotlight. The bar about Nas hit especially hard. It subtly highlighted how few legends came to Kendrick's defense, perhaps a nod to shifting alliances. Some even saw Kendrick's lyrics as a reluctant goodbye, a respectful but firm passing of the torch. Others viewed it as a mirror held up to Wayne, reflecting how admiration can evolve into uncomfortable rivalry. Either way, the tension wasn't just musical, it was generational. An album fueled by bitterness. When a Carter VI dropped, it felt less like music and more like therapy. Instead of rapping with the confidence and flair that made him a legend, Wayne sounded like a man trying to convince us he was still a legend. Gone were the effortless bars.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay. Just the delay, I want to say I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I must say thank you. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love and the support out there. For not being mentally prepared for a letdown, for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that, but I thought there was nothing better than that spot, and that stage, and that platform in my city. But my God, you all helped me. Thanks to all my peers, my friends, my family, and my homies on sports television, everybody repping me. I really appreciate that. I really do. I feel like I let all of y'all down by not getting that opportunity.
Instead, we got self-justification, repetition, worn out metaphors, and a weird desperation to reclaim something that had never truly been lost. Wayne had a chance to shut everyone up, to walk into the booth, burn it down, and walk out with a crown. Instead, it felt like he was begging for approval. The fans felt it. So did the critics. So did the culture. Even the album rollout lacked the electric anticipation his projects once commanded. The interviews felt defensive. The visuals lacked vision. The fire, the hunger that once lit up every syllable, was missing. Wayne didn't sound like he was leading the culture.
That moment I said to myself, I want to be on stage for the Super Bowl one day in front of my mom. And I worked my ass off to get that position, and it was ripped away from me.
Be honest with y'all, Lil Wayne might have the best fucking fans in hip hop. They're polite. They're annoying, but they're polite. They are in my DM. How you doing, sir? When is this Wayne interview dropping? When is this? I just want to go out on a limb and tell y'all, Lil Wayne got the best fans. Not only are they crazy, but they're polite.
He sounded like he was chasing it. Instead of silencing the doubters, he seemed haunted by them, writing as if each bar was aimed at ghosts from Twitter threads. And when the music ends and the silence settles, all that's left is the echo of what could have been. The internet turns, memes flooded social media. Reaction videos roasted every bar. Reddit threads became think pieces about whether Wayne had lost his spark. One meme, you know the album's trash when even your die-hard fans stop defending you. Another joked, the Carter VI had me running back to Carter Fu, like it was my ex. It wasn't just jokes, it was grief, the kind only felt when someone you thought was untouchable falls from grace. And many agreed. Wayne let the Super Bowl rejection get to him.
Don't you ever call me or do this shit again. Ever. Don't you ever ask me to do this shit again. I like to thank y'all for y'all time. Appreciate it.
We appreciate it, but we about to be bending over backwards for these folks. We work too hard for this shit. We work way too hard. This is my motherfucking hardest album. That was Twist, that was Josh. We are Young Money. We appreciate y'all time.
That it consumed him. That instead of rising above, he got stuck trying to settle scores. But the crown still fits. Despite all this, Wayne's crown still shines. His legacy is concrete. This is the man who changed the game, who discovered Drake and Nicki Minaj, who made it cool to mix skateboarding with gangster rap, who gave us iconic freestyles that live forever. Every artist from Travis Scott to Juice WRLD, from Kendrick to Young Thug, owes something to Wayne. Even Drake once admitted, I just wanted to be as important as Lil Wayne. Wayne built the foundation so that others could build on it. He was the blueprint, and that matters. He didn't just open the door, he kicked it down and left it wide open for the next wave. From mixtape circuits to mainstream dominance, Wayne redefined what hustle looked like. His voice, his flow, his fearlessness are etched into the DNA of modern rap. Whether he's trending or not, his fingerprints are everywhere, and legends, by definition, never fully fade, they evolve. So did hip-hop switch up? Yes and no. Hip-hop evolves. It's a young man's game. The culture doesn't wait. It loves you, then it forgets you. But here's the truth. The culture didn't switch up on Wayne out of hate. It watched him fumble a moment. It watched him take his pain public, let bitterness seep into the music, and deliver an album that felt more like a tantrum than a triumph. But even so, it hasn't been forgotten.
I just want the people to know, if you're wondering, please forgive me, but I am so not used to performing to a crowd and there's not too many, like still phone. That's not my swag. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be able to do this tour, but make some noise for Blink-182 for including me anyway.
The throne may wobble, but it hasn't toppled. Hip-hop respects consistency, but it reveres resilience. And Wayne has both buried under the dust of a misstep. The moment he finds clarity, the culture will be listening. Because when legends speak again, people always tune in. A chance to rewrite the chapter. Wayne can still come back. Maybe not with another Carter, but with a moment. A single. A freestyle. A feature so undeniable that it shuts everything down. Because if there's one thing Wayne has always done, it's surprised us. He reinvents, he returns, he reloads.
I know I picked up the cup and I started drinking with this promethazine mixed with codeine, which you all know is syrup. I started drinking it because I'm from the South, New Orleans. I was young and I watched Michael Jordan in Game 6 and made me want to go right into my driveway and shoot around. Well, I was also young and I listened to Pimp C and they said we drinking that lean. Maybe we'll drink the lean.
The story isn't over. The culture may have turned for now, but it can turn again. All Wayne needs to do is remind the world why they crowned him in the first place. And if you know Wayne's history, you know one thing for sure. He's not done. All it takes is one verse.
This might be my favorite Wayne line of all time, personally. This last one is fine. All right, here we go. Safe sex is great sex. Better wear latex. Because you don't want that latex. And I think I'm latex. No!
You said that!
I don't know when I said it or why I said it.
Wayne.
I said,
Come on, Wall. Help me out, Wall. Sex is great sex. Better use the latex. Cause you don't want that latex. I think I'm latex. Yeah.
One Pete. One reminder of his genius. And just like that, the switch could flip back in his favor. Because greatness doesn't disappear, it just waits for the right moment. Wayne's pen is still sharp, his spirit still defiant, and the world still watching. What comes next for Lil Wayne? That's up to him. He can double down, drop another banger, and remind us all why we fell in love with him in the first place. Or he can step away gracefully, knowing that his name is etched in the rafters of hip-hop history. The truth is, the culture hasn't switched up on Lil Wayne because they forgot him. They did it because they remembered, and they were expecting magic. Wayne once rapped, "I'm a beast, I'm a dog, I'm a muff-aff asterisk, 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 and problem." Maybe all he needs now is a moment of clarity. Because if we've learned anything, it's this. You can never count out Lil Wayne. Not really. He's not just a rapper. He's an era, a blueprint, a father to generations. And as long as rap exists, so will the name Lil Wayne. If you were moved by this story, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who still bumps Go DJ like it dropped yesterday. Because legends may stumble, but they never fall. They rise, again and again.